How are you feeling today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's your weekend been? Who's excited to be on this call today? Refreshed. I love that. Feeling blessed, feeling excellent. I love that. You're feeling great. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Amazing. Well, I'm going to literally spend about 45 minutes to an hour on this training today. And I'm really going to be intentional today. Yeah, I'm going to be very, very intentional. And I want you all to do me a favor. Yeah, do me a favor and let's do others the favor. If you're in the Pewat Nation and you're on this call, go to the team group chat and go type in OTC there. Let's inspire others to join this session, right? If you're in the roadmap to trading FX group, go put in on the call, on the group chat, so that others can join in, right? It's going to be massive. What we're going to do tonight or this evening is going to be massive. And I do understand that, I do believe that at the end of this session, most of you you'd consider trading as something that is, you consider trading as something that is easy to do. You consider it as something that is simple to do. Might not be easy, but then if you're able to leverage, you'll find it really simple to do, right? So first of all, I want to go by saying that my name is Emmanuel. I've been trading the Forex market for about 3 years now. I do believe it's 3 years, 3 months now. Achieved significant success in the space. I've done 5 figures. I did 5 figures last year. I'm looking forward to getting 6 figures done. But I've gone to the top, to the ups and downs, the thick and thin. But one of the things that have actually made me grow, or one of the things that have guaranteed my growth, is the discipline of staying consistent. Right now, I'll go further to say this. There are different strategies you can actually apply to trade the Forex market. Different strategies. And you would know a strategy that works if it gives you at least 70% winning accuracy. If any strategy gives you at least 70% winning accuracy, understand that it works. However, the problem with so many people that trade the Forex market is the fact that people keep jumping. You learn a strategy today, you've not found footing at it, you jump to another strategy. You see another one, it looks simple from the beginning, you jump to it. And then the whole time you've been using to jump from one strategy to the other, if you had focused on just one strategy, probably the first you saw or the second you saw, you would have mastered it. In my own case, whatever it is I'm going to be teaching you today or training you on is something I've been utilizing for over 3 years. Over 3 years. I've not shifted grounds. I've not looked at something else. I have been consistent with the application of this particular strategy. And so it's more like it's just like saying you keep driving a car for 3 years. I mean, apparently you would know everything about the car, right? I bet you would even know how to repair the car. You would definitely know how to fix the car. Why? Because whenever the car coughs, you know what you ought to do to make it relax. And so I'm putting this to every one of you. Most importantly, those of you who are just getting started in this journey or on this journey towards becoming independent in the foreign exchange market. Just focus on one strategy. It's of no use jumping from one place to the other. Find a strategy that works with your person. If you're the patient kind of person, as I am, look for a strategy that works with your personality. If you can be patient, then look for a strategy that requires patience. If you're somebody who cannot be patient, of course, there are strategies that really, you just go into the market, you make money with them and you leave. Look for strategies like that. If you're the patient person, you're looking for, you want to join the majority who are looking at a strategy that works fast, it definitely would not work for you. My mentor, Mr. Kevin, said something today at a physical meeting I had with him and some other people, that what you do, whatever you do in the Forex market is a reflection of who you are. If you're the patient person by nature, you would be patient with the market. If you're an aggressive person, if you're aggressive in nature, you would be aggressive with the market. Right? So the market literally shows you a reflection of who you are. Now, if you're the patient person and you're trying to be aggressive, you will get burnt. If you're the aggressive person and you're looking at working with a patient strategy, it won't work for you. So just find your footing. Every strategy makes sense. Look for the one that fits your person, adjust to it, focus on it. I mean, just focus. Focus on one strategy until you succeed with it. And then you can start looking at others. Now, the name of this strategy is called price trap. I'm not the I'm not the creator. I'm definitely in close relationship with the creator. The creator is Christopher Derrick. And when I got started with this strategy about 3 years ago, I loved it for the fact that it gives you opportunity to leverage on the two most important moves in the market. But when I say two most important moves now, you all understand that the market moves, I'm coming. No, sorry, also this. The market moves, let me hide this. You all understand that, oh, I'm not supposed to, okay, just a moment. Oh. Okay, you all understand that the market moves in 3 different directions, right? The market moves sideways direction, like this, right? Or the market moves in an upward direction, upward trend. Some of you will call it upward trend. That's the word, like this. And the market literally moves in a downtrend, like this, right? But guess what? 70% of the time, the market is moving sideways. We call this consolidation. But this is a sideways move. This is what the market does 70% of the time. Right now, 30% of the time, the market is doing this, right? Or is doing this. So the amazing thing about this strategy is that it gives me the opportunity to be patient when the market is moving on a sideways direction or in a sideways direction, because it's not just about the sideways direction for me. It's the fact that to become successful at trading, you need to understand that you literally need to trade with the banks. You need to trade with the major financial institutions. They have the capital. They have the equity to trade. And so the only way you can identify the banks in the foreign exchange market space is when you see moves like an uptrend move like this, or you see a downtrend move like this, right? If you're seeing a sideways, if you observe a sideways move in the markets like this, the banks are not involved, because this consolidation literally means that buyers and sellers are at equilibrium. Nobody is in charge. Nobody is in control. The buyers takes it up, the sellers bring it down. The buyers takes it up, the sellers bring it down. So this is more like a zigzag move. And there's a whole lot of noise in the market. There's a whole lot of noise when you come into a situation like this. There's noise. You don't know the next move. You don't know if you're deciding to sell here, you don't know if it will go down. Right? So the amazing thing about this strategy is that it gives me the opportunity to be patient in times like this. I'm not doing anything in the market. when I don't have a clear direction of where the market is going, I'm literally not doing anything. Can you all see my screen, please? Can you all see my screen? If you cannot see my screen, I think it's your network. I believe everyone can see my screen, yeah? Good. So, and guess what? You recall that I said earlier on that the market does this 70% of the time. So it simply means that if the market is doing this 70% of the time, then myself as an individual trading this strategy, I need to be patient 70% of the time. That's the implication. That's what it means. 70% of the time, I have to be patient. And some of you would have heard this over and over again, but I'm still going to say it. The market literally takes money from the impatient trader and gives to the patient trader. The market is bigger than you. You don't run after the market. You wait for the market to come to you. Right? You literally have to wait for price to react, and then you respond. Some of you have been responding. Some of you have been reacting to the market, expecting it to respond. No, it's the other way. It's bigger than you. So you have to wait for it to react, and then you respond. If it doesn't react, you don't respond. I see people just go into the market and they start saying things like, oh, you see where the price is at the moment. If we enter into it now, the price will drop. Says who? You're just one person in about in millions of people trading the Forex market. So you just need to exhibit that patient nature. You literally need to be patient with whatever it is you're doing. Now, if market does this 70% of the time, what I'm literally saying is that if you're going to implement this strategy, you need to be patient 70% of the time. So let me take this away, and then let's go into the normal chart. Right? Now, what I just explained right now, this is a demonstration of it. You all simply see this, that there's more like a zigzag move here. Yeah, there's a zigzag move here. And then what did I say earlier on? In situations like this, I'm just watching. I am literally just watching what the market will do. Right? But while I'm watching, I definitely have to put a trap. Like I just have to put that trap, set a trap for the market. And I'm going to go further to say this. I look at the market from a technical standpoint. Every one of you on this call will definitely know about support resistance. You know support resistance and trend lines. I look at the market from a technical standpoint. I don't look at it from a sentimental standpoint. I don't look at it from a fundamental standpoint. I literally just focus on technicals. Now, you could decide that, oh, you want to take this strategy and then apply sentiment to it. That's on you. You could decide you want to take this strategy and then apply fundamentals to it. That's on you. But the creator of the strategy itself only looks at it from a technical standpoint. And when we say technicals, we're saying that all you simply need to do is to identify support and resistance. Now, I sure do know one thing. Some of you on this call right today, you would understand how this thing works. Right? So let's go to let's really just go back a bit. I'm saying I take technicals. How do I identify support and resistance? Somebody would ask that question. Ladies and gentlemen, to identify a support and resistance zone, I didn't say support and resistance points. Right? See, this is a resistance point here. This is another resistance point here. This is another resistance point here. This is not a resistance point. This is a resistance zone. Now, what's the difference? Let me show you. I see that price came up to this point, dropped once, 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 came back to the same point and dropped. That validates this place as a zone. when you have two or more reversals at the same price, it validates the zone. How many of you got that? A resistance zone is validated when you have reversal occurring twice or more. So if I take this line now and let's just focus on that zone, right? Let's just focus closely on the zone. What do I see right here? I see that I just said this is a zone here. I'm going to change that to red. I just said this is a zone here, right? Hold on. Pick it up from the body of the wick to the wick itself, and then take it into infinity. Right? So I just said this is a zone. Why? Because I can identify that there are two reversals here. And then the same thing goes for the support, because I equally see that price came down to this point, went up, came down to this point again, went up, before finally coming down. So I could literally identify that support area as a zone because price literally got there twice. And then to put in the rectangle from the body of the wick to the body of the candle, and then let's take this into infinity. Boom. Gentlemen, I want you all to look at this. Gentlemen and ladies, actually, look at this. Now, I've trapped price. I could consider this as a consolidation zone. Why? I see that price literally got to a particular point twice and reversed. But guess what? My goal now is to wait for price to break this zone, come back into the zone for a retest, and then from the middle of the zone, I would calculate 30 pips to the upside as my stop loss, 30 pips to the downside as my take profit. Ladies and gentlemen, if we do that right now, we're taking this for a short position at this point. You're risking 30 pips from the middle of the zone because that's the structure. Not 30 pips from your entry. Some of you mix it up. You go take 30 pips from your entry. No, 30 pips from the middle of the zone. 30 pips take profit. Please, would you say you would have won this trade? When you look at this, would you say you would have won this trade? Because we could literally see how price, even though price did a pullback, did not hit your stop loss, but it came back and gave you take profit of 30 pips. It's as simple as that. So now the only thing I need to do is wait for price to break the structure. Is it that price breaks the structure to the upside, or it breaks the structure to the downside? I wait for price to break on 1 hour. This is the definition of a breakout on 1 hour. This is it. This is the definition of a breakout on 1 hour. You see this candle right here? This particular candle right here, where I have the vertical line, is the break on 1 hour. Now, how do I identify the 15 minutes retest? Hold on. I want you all to focus on what is happening here on 15 minutes. You see how price broke on the 1 hour, somewhere around there, it didn't come into the zone here. It still came down again. It came into the zone at this point. Right? You can see those green candles. You see the green candle that came into the zone. Well, guess what? The green candle closed in the middle of the zone. And then you had the formation of this red candle. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular red candle, at the close of this red candle, that's the confirmation of your retest. In actual terms, it simply means that, yes, price broke, the sellers bought price below, buyers tried taking price back up, but this red candle that formed from the middle of the zone was a clear definition that sellers were in the market at this time, and they were ready to take this thing down. Now, did they take it down or not? Of course, it's obvious. Look at this. They did. How many of you understand? How many of you understand this, what I just did right now? They literally took price down. I could do this on whatever tradable instruments that exist in the market, right? It could be exotics, it could be indices, it could be gold, it could be cryptocurrency, it could be stocks, whatever. Anything, it works. And so if you're going to bring this into actual perspective, would you really say it makes sense to risk 3%? Would you really say it makes sense to risk 3% of your capital to make 3%? That's 1-to-1 ratio. Now, I'm going back to 1 hour. We got that right here. Let's focus here. Now, I literally see that even after price gave me the 30 pips, price came back into the zone. And guess what? It did a break. Yeah. So let's go check 15 minutes for a retest on this. Good. I love this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at what happened here, we have the red candles coming into the zone. There was no retest here. You know how I know there was no retest? Because this red candle closed below the zone. It still came back inside of the zone. I needed this red candle to stay in the middle of the zone or above the zone as it did here. Look at compare what price did at this point to what it did at this point. Do you see the difference? How many of you see the difference? The red candle that came into the zone closed below the zone. The red candles that came into the zone closed within the zone. And there was a formation of a green candle from inside of the zone that confirmed a buy. So this was not a retest here. This was the retest. Now, if we go ahead and then mark up 30 pips from the middle of the zone, this is long position, 30 pips from the middle of the zone, we have this 30 pips. This is a stop loss somewhere here. Yeah? And we have to take profit. Please, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, did this trade take profit or not? Let me know. Did he eat stop loss or it take profit? Did he eat stop loss or it take profit? The second entry. That's 2-0. That's 2-0. How many pips did I risk? 30 pips. If I literally want to use this on my account and I decide I want to risk 3%, I would have made 5% of my account just on this particular currency pair twice. Right? Well, what if I decide now, and I don't know if I should even talk about this. Okay, I'm just going to keep it simple. Probably in subsequent trainings, I'll do that. But look at this. Because what if I decided I wanted to take 2 entries here, leave the second one to go up? Do you see how this trade would have literally given me about 120 pips before it finally dropped? No, like, just look at the move. Look at you risking 3% here to gain all of this move to the upside. No, to gain all of this move to this particular point, 118 pips. So I could literally just risk 3% to make 18%. Right? Now, this is one currency pair. I literally just picked this currency pair. I'm going to clear this. We go into another currency pair. That was NZDJPY. Let's see GBPJPY. Right? Let's see GBPJPY and let's observe something here. So I can see that, okay, good. I see something here. I literally see that price came down here, up, came down here, was dangling somewhere around here. And guess what? I'm going to actually just identify, there are multiple reversals there. So this is what we're going to do. 1, and then to the upside, 2. I'm going to put up a rectangle here. from the body of the candle to the wick. Put that into infinity. Right? Equally going to do that for the downside. Yeah. Fantastic. So we have a zone. We have two zones. We have the support zone and we have the resistance zone. Like that. Now, this is the area of consolidation. We're waiting for price to do what? To do a break and retest. Yeah. Price did a break here. Price did a break here. Let's go check 15 minutes for retest. I want you all to focus on something here. With the explanation I gave earlier on, price did a retest. It did a break here. The green candle came into the zone. You can see this red candle. So guess what? If you had risked 30 pips, no, actually on GPPPS, I risked 50 pips because GPPPS are volatile. So I risked 50 pips to make 50 pips. I risked 50 pips to make 50 pips. Anything aside, the only time I don't risk 50 pips on a GPP pair is if I'm trading Euro GPP. If it's GPP, GPY, GPP NZD, GPP AUD, GPP card, I risk 50 pips. So you risking 50 pips of your account, which is more like 5% of your account, to make 5% on this, guess what? You would have lost the trade. And some of you are disappointed to hear that. Hello, there's no strategy that gives 100% accuracy. Know that now, no peace. Know that now, no peace. No strategy gives 100%. But should I tell you where I love this strategy? I love it in such a way that even if I lose 50 pips here, there could still be opportunity for me to get it on the upside. Because guess what? At the end of the day, price would only move in three ways. It's either it moves down, or it moves sideways, or it moves to the upside. So if I lose a trade on the downside, it's either price goes back to becoming a sideways move, or it moves up. And I could always make my money back. For those of you in Pewat Nation, you definitely know what happened. You know what we did with Euro USD this week. We took a lesson on Euro USD for a sell on Tuesday, right? But we made that money back on a buy on Friday. Who agrees with what I'm saying? We lost 30 pips on Tuesday morning, but we made 30 pips back on Friday on the same currency pair. So if I can be patient with what the market is going to do, if I could take my lessons as lessons and not, if I could take my losses as lesson and not my losses as losses, I could still get into a trade and make profit from it. So this actually hits your stop loss. What's the next thing to do? You understand that market will do whatever it wants to do, whenever it wants to do, and however it wants to do. So you lost that trade. Not because your strategy did not align, your strategy literally aligned. It is what it is. And guess what happened? Price came back up. Ladies and gentlemen, price came back up to this point. There was no retest in this zone. So I wouldn't have taken that trade for a buy. Let's go check 15 minutes again. Do you all see this? Do you all see that we only had red candles coming into the zone? There was no green candle. There was no rejection of a red candle inside the zone. So price literally came down all the way again. You wouldn't have gotten into that trade for a buy at that point. Why? Because there was no retest confirmation. But guess what happened here? Price finally came down again. And then let's check what happened here. It did a break here. Let's check if it gave a retest at that point. Ladies and gentlemen, focus here. Price came into the zone. There was no retest again. When it broke the zone again, there still was no retest again. So even for the sell, you won't have taken any entry. Right? And this is you waiting for price to react. And then you respond. Even at this point, there was no retest at all. But I want you all to understand that there's room to adapt. There's room for adaptation. Adaptation is literally one of the characteristics of living things. Right? And if you ask me, Emmanuel, how do you adapt with a trade like this? Well, I figured out that, okay, price is not price. GBP wasn't ready to give me any entry, but I could observe that there was a reversal zone here, and there was equally another reversal zone here. So when I say that I could actually identify or validate a zone, two or more reversals from that same zone, would I be right to draw a zone here? Ladies and gentlemen, yes or no? Please let me know on the chat. Because this is price reversing at this area twice. Would I be right to identify a zone there? I see so many years on the chat. Right? And hold on. Look at something. You guys calm down. If I have to extend this back to this place, like if I have to take it back, do you actually see how price was a support at this area? There was a resistance at this area and was a resistance at this area. That validates the zone. That literally validates the zone. I need 2 or more reversals. Right? I could take this back. See, I could take this back all the way. Let's do something. Let's play with something here. I could take this back all the way. Right? Do you all see how price literally did something here? Right? Do you all see how price literally acted as a resistance here? Do you all see how price literally was a support here? How it was a support here? If you take that back, into, time would not permit me, but look at, just you guys look at something. Let's just continue to move this backwards. Do you all see how price literally even acted here? That's July 2022. It did the same thing here. It did the same thing here. It did the same thing here. It did the same multiple times. This is price just speaking a language to you. So why then would I not consider this as a zone when I've literally seen price reverse at that particular point multiple times? And so this is me adapting. Guess what? Only for me to adapt, and then price literally does a break here. Let's go check 15 minutes for retest. Now, with what I've explained earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, would you say there was a retest in this zone? Yes or no, please? Let me know in the chat. And focus. We're risking 50 pips to gain what? To gain 50 pips and above, yeah? So look at this. Look at this move. Some of you, after today, you didn't just go. Probably your Sunday service tomorrow, you would have to go give Thanksgiving at the kind of information you're getting yourself exposed to today. Right now, look at this. If I'm going to risk 50 pips, this is my, so 50 pips, I'm risking 50 pips right here. Yeah? Guess what? All of this, ladies and gentlemen, how many pips did price go? That's 461 pips. So when some of you are talking about swinging trades, this is actually a strategy you can use. Because guess what? If all I did was to risk 50 pips to make 461 pips. So what are we talking about again? What else are we saying? I only risk 5% to make 46%. This is how investors look at the market. How many of you love what you're seeing? Put in some loves on the chat. You see this information? This piece of information you guys are getting? Sheesh. And I got it paying through my nose. I got it 2 sleepless nights. Sleepless nights back in year 2019. Just look at that. So if all you risked, now listen, if you risked 50 pips here and you lost the 50 pips, oh my goodness, how many pips would you have gained? Now, when you understand this, when you lose 50 pips next time, is there any reason for you to be angry? When you lose 50 pips next time, would there be a reason for you to yell at your son or your daughter that just did something? You would laugh at the market. You know why? Because you sure do know that your money is still in the market and you're going to go get it. But this time out, you're not getting it too greedy. You're not getting it too indisciplined. You're not getting it too revenge. You're getting it back to patience. These are the values of successful traders. There's no need for you to be aggressive. Come on. The market will humble you. If you think you want to be aggressive with it, it will humble you. And so another amazing thing about this strategy is that you don't need to to look everywhere. Some of you are going to the market and you're like, can you look at Euro USD? Can you look at GBP JPY? Can you look at GBP AUD? How do you master the move of a particular currency pair when you're focusing on 10 at the same time? There would have been no way I would have adapted to understand that there's a resistance zone here, and there's another resistance zone here if I'm not focused on GBP JPY. If I'm focused on GBP JPY and I'm focused on all other ones, I would not be able to implement this new resistance zone. It's definitely not going to be possible. And should I tell you something? One currency pair is enough to pay you for the rest of your life. If you have capital, one currency pair is enough to pay you for the rest of your life. You don't need jumping here and there. Focus on one. Understand the language it speaks. If it coughs, understand why it's coughing. If it sneezes, understand why it's sneezing. Just focus on one, understand the move, and then you definitely be able to leverage it to make so much money. Yeah, just one is fine. When you get better at one, you can now look at another. You could make it two. For those of you in roadmap to trading FX, how many setups did I send on the group chat this week? Let me know on the chat. For those of you in my personal community, roadmap to trading FX, how many setups did I send this week? No, not Pewat Nation. I'm not saying Pewat Nation. I'm talking about roadmap to trading FX. How many did I send? 3, yeah? For those of you in Pewat Nation, how many trade setups did I send? In Pewat Nation, how many trade setups did I send? For 3. It was 3 I sent in Pewat. It was 3. And guess what? Guess what? There were 3 different currency pairs. No. See, if you're a member of Pewat Nation, just forget it. You're getting more value than those in roadmap to trading FX. They know. So they should be the ones jealous. They should be the ones wanting to come to Pewat Nation and not you wanting to go there. Now, this is me just saying it the way it is. Right? Daniel, don't worry. You get into the Pewat Nation soon. If you're in Pewat Nation, I have 2 sessions with the team every single week. And guess what? If you're in Pewat Nation, in fact, as a matter of fact, every one of you in Pewat Nation, I'm going to take you away from the roadmap to trading FX group. You guys are eating so much. You guys are really eating so much. But they're just three different currency pairs. They are not the same. Right? They are not the same. Look at Euro USD. What did we do with Euro USD? I dropped Euro USD on Pewat Nation. We took a sell here. We lost 30 pips. But focus on how we got the 30 pips back to this move. From this point, if our price literally did over 73 pips. If you're in Pewat Nation, you're in my group already. Don't worry, don't get it complicated. There's a reason why I'm doing these combined trainings. I just really want to give value. Right? If you're in Pewat Nation, my heart is with you. I promise you. There's no reason for you to think of wanting to join. No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Yeah? Don't worry about it. Euro USD did the thing. I was thinking, look at this. And now let's focus on something. Look at this. Euro USD did a break here. It did a break here. It did a retest here. It didn't drop. It went up. You took a loss of 30 pips from this place. Minus 30 pips. Right? It did a break here. Ladies and gentlemen, should I tell you, it didn't do any retest here, because if we go check 15 minutes now, you'd see it. Do you all see that? There was no retest on Euro USD right here. Now, there was no need for entry. Right? The focus. Price finally came back into the zone, was doing shakara. And finally, it did a break again. Yeah. Hold on. Let's go check 15 minutes for retest. It did a break. This was where it did the break. It came back, no retest again. And even when it dropped down, it came back into the zone. There was no retest. And finally, what happened to price on 1 hour? Price finally did a break. Yeah. It did this break on Thursday. It did this break on Thursday and came back into the zone. Yeah. Now let's check if there was a retest in that zone. Focus. Would you say there was any retest here? Ladies and gentlemen, even this one was not a retest. The price came down again. There was no retest here. Price came down again. Let's check 1 hour. Finally broke the zone again. Yeah. And then came down into the zone. So let's check if it did the retest. This, ladies and gentlemen, would you consider this as a retest? Yes or no? Would you consider this as a retest? Yes or no? Now let's go calculate. Long position. You're risking 30 pips from the middle of the zone. $30 pips from the middle of the zone. This is 30 pips to make 30 pips. Did the price go 30 pips or not? Did it do 30 pips or not? It did 30 pips. So for every one of you in Pewat Nation, this is where we got the trade we took yesterday morning. I don't trade on Fridays. And thankfully, somebody in the Pewat Nation, Mrs. Nenka, is it Mrs. or Miss? I believe she's on this call. And you're definitely going to share. You're going to share how long you've been following my sessions on. Okay, Mrs. You're going to share. In fact, let me just make you a co-host. Don't worry, so I don't forget. You're definitely going to share how long you've been working with this strategy and how it's been like. You'll do that later, right? So she just notified us on the group. Oh, Euro USD broke yesterday, but I think it has come back to retest. Why was the previous one not a retest? I love that question because I can see that the red candle that came into the zone closed below the zone. I need a red candle that would close in the middle of the zone, not one that closes below the zone. The difference between this and this is the fact that this red candle closed below the zone. This one closed in the middle of the zone. It's as simple as that. The fact that this closed below the zone simply means that price was not rejected from the zone. But the fact that this closed in the middle of the zone simply means that price was rejected. It's as simple as that. Don't complicate it. Please don't. It's simple. How many of you all think this is simple? Put in simple on the chat. It's simple. It's simple. Just put in simple if you think it's simple. I'll wait for price to break on 1 hour. I'll wait for it to retest on 15 minutes. It's as simple. The retest is the rejection. Simple as that. Somebody's asking me when the price rejected, what next? What else are you waiting for? The retest is the confirmation for entry. Just take it and risk 30 pips. Yes, you take the trade at the close of the green candle, or you wait for, or when you get the, or when you, okay, now, you take the trade at the close of the green candle. Yes, but you calculate your 30 pips from the middle of the zone. And if the trade has gone far from the zone to confirm the green candle, you wait for price to come back into the zone and then you can take it. Somebody's asking me another question that I've said over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, how many pips do we use as stop loss? Put it on the chart. If you're not, if it's not GPPPS, how many pips do we use as stop loss? Even I sent himself. See, wait, hold on. See, the person that asked the question himself is answering. The same person that asked the question is now answering the question I sent. See, how many pips stop loss do you normally use based on experience and TP? And I asked again, and you answered the question by yourself. The TP itself is 30 pips from the zone. Now, if your entry is a little bit above the zone, your TP could be 20 pips, it could be 25 pips, but your TP calculation, the value for your TP should be 30 pips from the middle of the zone, not 30 pips from your entry. If I take this trade in the middle of the zone and you take it above the zone, I would make more than you will make. It's simple as that. You guys don't make this thing complicated. I beg of you, please. I genuinely want you all to win with this. Right? And GPP card. Oh my goodness. Pewat Nation, how many of you milked GPP card this week? How many of you milked GPP card this week? See, wait, now, you guys focus on something. Somebody is trying to make it complicated for us. He said, please, do you look at candlestick pattern confirmation to like engulfing? Did I say anything like engulfing? Yeah, please keep it simple. Don't complicate it. Everyone type on the chat, I will keep it simple. Type on the chat and send, I will keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Which one is engulfing? Which one is pattern confirmation? Don't be a professor in Forex. Huh? Don't be a professor in Forex. Just do it, keep it simple and make money with it. The ones that keep it simple are the ones that make money. The ones that make it complicated are the ones that blow ground. I don't. Engulfing, I know all of these things. Oh, if you're looking for somebody who has read the Japanese, is it the Japanese Candlestick Bible? I've read that PDF over and over again. But guess what? At the point in time, it was playing with my knowledge about Forex, about price tag. So I just abandoned it. So if you are talking engulfing, I know what you're saying. But why should we make it complicated when you can just keep it simple? Don't read. Come on, let's move. Let's move. Pewards Nation, how many of you made money with GPP card? Now, I want you all to focus here. This is when I say one currency pair can pay you. When I say one currency pair can pay you, actually, this is what I'm talking about. So this is the, man, 1 hour is gone. Wow, 1 hour is gone already. I have less than 8 minutes. So this is GBP card. You see the zigzag move, and finally price did a break here. Let's go check 15 minutes for retest. Good. Look at this. Look at this, fam. You see, now good. All of you don't notice, this is not a retest for me. This is not a retest for me. This was the only retest that happened. Why? The red candle came inside the zone, closed in the middle of the zone, and then this green candle created that formation. And guess what? Risking, how many pips do we risk on GPPPS? Somebody let me know on the chat. $50, good. Now hold on GPPPS, I risk 50 to make 50 and 100. So I take 2 trades. I risk 50 pips on 2 trades, 50 pips each. That could be 1% of my capital. And then I take 50 pips and I take 100 pips. And I got 150 pips from GPP card. Because notice how price never came into your stop loss here until it hits 100 pips. Take profits. This is 109 pips. So you'd have made 50 pips from the first trade and 100 pips from the second trade. I don't know, when I asked Pewards Nation, how many of you made money on GPP card? Nobody commented on the chat. Was I the only one that made money? If people did not make money on GPP card, the setup was yours. The setup was for Pewards Nation. 150 pips. So you risk 5% to make 15%. Right? You marked it yourself, Daniel. Awesome. Daniel, yes, I need you to come and Daniel, can you talk today? Daniel, can you talk today? And Daniel is one of mine. Daniel, you're not always available to talk. Why? Why is that? I'm coming back for you. But meanwhile, Daniel is one of my students in the other arena. Okay, you made it on demo. Fantastic. If you can make it on demo, don't worry, you can always make it on live. Now look at something. Finally, price broke down the zone. Came back into this. It did a break here. Let's go check for that retest. Please attend to me. Did price do a retest here or not? Ladies and gentlemen, was there a retest here or not? There was a retest. For a sell, 50 pips, stop loss. That's 50 pips there. 50 pips take profit. The price do 50 pips or not, ladies and gentlemen? If you took 2 entries, it gave you 50 pips first. The second entry, you would have broken even on the second entry. So you got another 50 pips here. Now, hold on, you got another 50, smooth one, on the same currency pair. Now, that happened, and then price came back up again, did a break. See, you are literally milking this on both sides. Came up here, please, was there a retest here or not? Ladies and gentlemen, was there a retest here or not? For the upside. And guess what? Not only would you have taken 50 pips from that, not only would you have taken 100 pips from that, you would have taken about 373 pips as shown. 373 pips. Because that's the move. He did that. He made that move. He made the move. You took 150 pips from this, yeah? Fantastic. I equally took 150 pips from that. GPP card really paid He paid the bills for me this week. He gave me, GBP card was God sent. He gave me money. He made me money. Like, he literally made me money. Right? GBP USD. How many of you made money with GBP USD? Now, I was looking at GBP USD with one eye when I gave the trade on, I think that was Thursday. Yeah, everybody, in fact, the sentiment was this. Now, and this is the reason why I say I don't look at the market from this. If I'm trading price stuff, I don't look at it from a sentimental standpoint. I look at it from a technical standpoint. And that's why I gave this trade when I gave it on Thursday. Yes, GBP card was supposed to go on sale, because when you look at the trend of the market, it was clearly a downtrend. But guess what? I don't care, because I just wanted to follow my strategy discipline. And some of you say, but this is sentiment. If you are saying this is sentiment, you are trading another strategy. If you want to trade price tab, focus on technicals. If you lose the money, and so what? Right? I gave this trade, we didn't even risk 50 pips on this. For those of you in Power Nation, we didn't risk 50 pips on this when I gave it. It was 37 pips we were risking. Instead of risking 50 pips, I gave 37 pips. Why? Because I was literally scared about the sentiment too. And see, if I say I was scared about the sentiment, it's not to tell you that I don't know how to focus on the strategy I use. No, I was scared because of you guys that were going to take the trade. If I was going to take this trade on my own, I would risk 50 pips. I'll take it. I'll close my MetaTrader 4. I'll go and do something else. Because if it hits my stop loss, it's going to give me another opportunity to make money, just like Euro USD did. But I decided to give it that tight stop loss. I didn't want people saying, I just lose 50 pips of my account, almost 60 pips. You know, sometimes I drop trade setups, I drop trade signals on the group, and I'm seeing somebody say, do I have to risk 60 pips? I don't get it. When you make the money, do you say, do I have to make this money? If you're not willing to lose, don't think of winning. If you're not willing to lose, don't think of winning. In fact, if you're not willing to lose and you think of winning, it's kind of disrespectful. It is. The only people that win are the losers. Why do you think winning will make sense if there was no losing? Winning would not make sense if there was no losing. Winning would be like any other thing if there was nothing called loss. But still, the stop loss was tight. The price did what it wanted to do. I got 150 pips from this as well. It did 50 pips on the first one. It did 100 pips and even went as high as what? Did 266 pips. And look at adaptation. Now, you guys focus on adaptation. You guys focus on that. Should I teach adaptation here? Now, focus on adaptation. I see that price had multiple resistance zone here, right? It became a support here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And so I adapted. Waited when price broke this zone. Let's go check 15 minutes for retest. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me, was there any retest here? Yes, there was retest, but the ending was really fast. So you know what I did in this case? After this green candle that confirmed the retest, I figured out that the green candle was far from the zone. So I waited for the next candle, red candle, to come into the zone. And when it came into the zone, I took the trade for a buy. Smooth money. Risking 50 pips again. Made how many pips? Made about 190 pips. Ladies and gentlemen, this strategy will pay you so much if you're diligent and consistent with it. It will pay you so much if you're diligent and consistent with it. Right? And when I share my result, if I have to share the result of price tab for the past 3 weeks now, some of you will won. Look at price tab. First week, total of 220 pips was secured. This is on Pewat Nation. Second week, total of 190 pips was secured. Did you see anything like loss? Not like we did not have loss, so I subtracted the loss from the wins. So the loss we had in a week, I subtracted it from the profit we had in the week, and you still had 190 pips secured. For this past week, 520 pips was secured. I took 400. I literally took 400 pips from the market this week. It doesn't matter whatever percentage, it doesn't matter whatever lot size I picked. It's the potential that matters, right? So at this point in time, I'm really just going to entertain the amazing individuals who have been doing great things. Madam Mrs. Inenka, are you still on? Yes. I want you to come share with us very quickly. When did you know about the price tab? And I see you really did wonders with it this week. I see what you were posting on the group chat, and yes, it was really amazing. Any break even from this result? Yes. If you look at the results, okay, look at this in particular. I think that was GBP USD. Okay, good. If you look at this GBP USD sell, the sell only gave 50 pips. I took it twice, 50 pips and 100 pips. But I did not register the 100 pips because it was a break even. But if you look at the buy it gave, I took 50 pips and I took 100 pips. That's why I added the 100 pips. So, but the ones that did break even, I did not record them. I love that observation. I did not record break even trades here. Break even is break even. You did not win, you did not lose. So there's no reason why I should add it up to the result. And I'm tracking this result, because what you track is what goes. So, Madam Inenka, come share with us. How long have you known the price tab strategy? And yeah, what do you feel about it? In less than a minute, I'm about 2 minutes ahead of time.
Hello, ahead, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I got to know about the price trap strategy a week ago, a week before this week that we entered. So that was the day Nusa talked to the group about how the strategy has been working very well for him. So I just went back to your setups that you posted for that week, and I was going through how the whole thing worked. I watched your videos to learn how the break and retest thing works. So this last week that just passed, I was actively following each of your setups, and it was just amazing what I was seeing or what I experienced. I was so angry when I didn't use my normal account for GBP card because I was scared. But when I started seeing how it works, it built my confidence, and then I started taking it on my main account. And to be honest, it's been very amazing, and I'm blessed to be in this space and to have learned from you or learning from you. Is just awesome. We're very grateful for having you here and giving all the value that you give. To be honest, it's very, 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 very mind-blowing. It's overwhelming, and I'm thankful.
Thank you, ma'am. Wait, you took it on your, please, I hope it's not your DA account.
No. My own personal account where I funded just, I think, $100 or so.
Oh, fantastic. What did he give you in terms of percentage?
In terms of growth, I think I made about 3%. Is it 3%? I don't know how to calculate that thing, but I think I'm on 120 now, or
from
25.
From how much?
From 90 something. I'm not really sure. I'll need to check.
Wait, your account before you started was how much?
Was $98.
And to $120 something.
Yes.
Yeah. That's about 20%. Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I kept
Fantastic.
it was not only your setups, I kept marking for myself too on other pairs.
Wow. That's great. Congratulations. Keep learning and keep practicing.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me share something with you. What I do, I don't do what I do so anybody can be independent, right? What I do so that you all can be independent. I know what see. Maybe one thing you all would learn from me today, or you would know from my story, is the fact that I've been trading Forex for 3 years. I don't do any other job. I'm full-time into this. And I know what making money independently could do to you mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, morally. I know what it can do. So you all just want to get yourself into that field. Like, somebody's asking me, please, what is break even? This is not the session for it. Don't worry about it. But don't worry. The one you've learned, just hold it tight to you. You'll learn break even in subsequent session. Right? So I see NG wants to communicate. I see you raise your hand up. Do you want to communicate? Let me know on the chat. No, sir, my brother. Yes, yes, no, this gentleman, jeez. I've truthfully, okay, so wait, no, sir, before you say a word, I see NG Green wants to say something. Let me make you a co-host. Please, in just 1 minute. In just 1 minute. I didn't intend to go far. So you are a co-host, NG Green, Niger Evergreen, right? I believe that's the full.
Yeah, it's NG Evergreen.
NG Evergreen. I love that name.
Yeah.
How are you, ma?
I'm fine.
Fantastic.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, amazing coach. I am so grateful to be in this space. And I have made this price trap. In fact, my strategy, the strategy that I want to go with, as long as Forex trading is concerned. But there's something I want to ask now. This adaptation, or maybe after drawing your zones, the first two, and maybe you later, as price goes on, you later adapted to the new support and resistance. What happens to the two former ones that you drew?
They are still valid. See, any zone.
Okay,
go ahead, please.
I mean, if the price, maybe the recent one that you drew, maybe the adapted one, maybe the price goes down to the middle one, which happened to be your resistance. The down one, the last one was your support. The middle one was the resistance, and this adapted one, what is it?
Okay, NG Evergreen, let me share something with you. You get to the point where you start adapting, or where you start adapting to market move, when you've actually when you've understood the basic. For now, just focus on the setups you meet and you copy and paste. Do you understand? There's something I learned during the course of learning this strategy. There are some things that you would learn by yourself on your own when utilizing the strategy. But till then, just copy. See, I drop setups, copy the setup, paste it in your trading view, and then wait for price. If price does not react on those setups and it reacts somewhere else, go to the past, go and see why it reacted in that place. You will learn it yourself. Do you understand now?
Okay. Another thing.
I'm coming. And you see these things you learn on your own. They are the ones that stay with you. That's it. Okay. I really love to keep it simple. And that's why I just give the basics. That's why I just give the principles. Understand, break, retest, enter the trade. Understand the number of pips you should take as stop loss. Understand the number of pips you should take as take profit. Leave it as simple as that. You cannot get everything. If you want to force yourself to understand everything once, you will not understand anything. The ones that are meant for you, hold it tight. Work on it. I'm not running. I'm not leaving Pewat Nation soon. We're going to have several calls. You will get better. Nosa can work on adaptation. Why? Because Nosa can work on adaptation. Why? Because he understands what you understand right now, and he understands better. Why? Because he's been able to practice over time. Same thing goes for Daniel. Same thing goes for anybody who is doing great with it. So just get a grip of what you've gotten right now. Go work on it. In time, you'll become better. You understand now?
All right, thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome,
believe
man.
I will improve.
You will certainly. And please, coach, you will help and teach us how to calculate. Pips, help. I'm out of here. No, sir. Bro, how you doing? Come on here. You know, I see. Bro, just come on here. Just come on here. I'm really excited about you. You know what I'm excited about is the fact that sometimes I wonder what kind of magnetic brain you have that made you just see. Let me share a few things with every one of you. It was only one training. How many times did you see the video, bro?
Just once.
Sorry?
Just once.
It was only once this gentleman saw a particular training I did, and he just got the whole concept of price trap. I don't understand. How, bro? You want to share with us?
Good evening, family. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. You're a great person with a great heart. Okay, before I say my story, there's just something I want to add up to. You know, the price chart, it's really nice. As coach has said, there's nothing 100%. But I'll just advise for something that I've learned. It's better you learn from one experience and you don't fall into it. Don't go aggressive with the price chart. Be patient with it. If it's 30-50 in a pair, just stay with it and close your system. You will find out at the end of the week, you would have grown than looking for this adaptation. Okay, I want to catch more. Swing trading. Those things are things that we go with time, and you go into it and be comfortable about it. I have a philosophy of trading that I don't put my heart into it because of my health. You understand, and it's going to be better for you because of your health. By the time you're putting so much and you're maybe it's going like $300 less, you have to start having headache, waiting in an AC car. You get so that's my advice. Just protect it and like that. Maybe 2 weeks later, you now take it to 30 and 50 and you grow. The question you asked, sir, you know, when you're hungry for something and you have been waiting for it. And as they say, one meeting just changes your life. The meeting on Monday, that's why I really appreciate you. And irrespective of where I'm in, once you have a session, I will always be there. You understand? Because it was just on the Monday meeting that we had that he did the setup. And explaining the 15 minutes just broke everything. It was like a veil came out of my eye and I just understood everything. It wasn't like something I had been, but it was the hunger of transitioning and just I want to learn Forex. I want to learn Forex and it just happened. And to be honest, that it's beautiful. If this week that passed, if I share my testimony, anyway, we saw practical about it. The growth was
Bro,
massive.
wait. You see that testimony? You share that testimony here. What did you do this week? Because it looks like you are breaking your testimony. You are sharing the one you want to share with me. You are not sharing all. What did you do this week?
Okay, not funny enough. I have about 4 different accounts, and they were all fed well. As in four
You have
different accounts.
4 different accounts. You fed them,
Yes,
or you fed?
I fed all of them well.
With price trap.
With price trap. You know the funny thing is that I don't even not please not for anything, but do you know I don't even hop on any other session at all.
God,
You
I
understand?
beg.
Not for any other thing, but I don't hop on any other session. I don't think I've opened my binary for uh throughout this month. I think so. I have not even opened my, you know, it's it gives you patience and it gives you what you just want. I just go for 30 pips and I'm done with that. I don't even go like for maybe for a pair. I think I asked you. Once it has given me 30 pips, I don't. If you like, it comes back there. It will test. I don't just and I go for the next one. And
Fantastic.
because I know I'm going to be here for a very long time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if I have a dream, I shouldn't be chasing it, but I would get there just with patience and discipline. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And everyone, enjoy your nights.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely want to appreciate you all for your time. It means a lot, but just focus. That's what I can say. You know, they say success is not success until it's duplicable. You start hearing from people, and guess what? It's just we've not even started yet. I know there will be a point in time where people will start saying how they were able to take 4 figures to 6 figures in dollars using the strategy. The creator has done it before. I'm on the process. I'm, I'm, I'm on the process of making that happen. I'm on the process of making that happen. And guess what? You all would also do great things with it. But just focus. I beg of you, please just focus. All right, so I sincerely appreciate you guys. You all have an amazing, amazing weekend and evening ahead. Bye-bye.